I have wanted to try out HelloFresh for a very long time. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is just me trying to test it out and see if it's worth it. But I'm excited about it. So this is me trying out HelloFresh for a week. I do know what's in it because you can choose your own meals. They do pre-choose meals, but I think there was 1 or 2 meals that I actually changed out to something else. Oh. Hello. There's even a little letter. I don't know what it is. And I can see, oh my god. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna look at that after. I'm not going to show all of this because it's going to be a surprise for you guys. But I do see things. And more things. Wow, that's a lot actually. And more things. This is so exciting. So how do you see what is for what? Okay, so we have B, we have E. So I guess it depends on what you want. And it's my birthday today, so what do I want to have for my birthday? The tortillas is actually something I've been quite excited about. I can actually see there's 2 different kinds. This one seems exciting. So this, you guys are going to see, this is what I'm going to attempt to do today. So you do get a whole list and the recipe for how to do it step by step. Caramelized red onion. This is my birthday dinner. This is so exciting. So what is this? This is L. I mean, I do need to organize and put everything in the fridge anyway. There's so much. Well, there is for a week, right? Oh, it's here. Well, this is for today. So I guess I'm going to see you guys later. We are going to start out with cutting the cheese in slices. So that is what we are doing. We are slicing it. Yes, you can make it as perfect as you want, right? I am excited about this recipe. Just everything on the menu. Just seems so effing delicious. Okay, so the cheese is secured. So now we are going to cut the onion. I was, considering if 2 is too much for me, but I know that it probably will die down a little bit. So let's just go for it. It does say that it does take 30 minutes or something like that to make this. And I can put this into the bag. The bag is my bin. I can feel that. This is where I put the trash. You have to slice it half, which seems easy enough. Well, we are slicing both because it can be used for different things anyway. The first time I think that I tried caramelized, or well, the last time I tried it was in London. Remember the fancy place me and Kiri went to with the the brie and the caramelized onions with something else. It was actually not my favorite, but I guess it depends on how you make it, right? So I hope this is better. Oh, I can feel my eyes starting to water. Ooh. All right. Woo. Done. I never done this before, but I have seen that people do this, and then it's easier to peel. Oh my god, I feel professional. Oh wow. Okay, there you go. That was 2. Oh. Are you guys seeing this? The sound. Oi, 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 oi. Well, with this, I think it's good that I'm dining alone. So depressing, isn't it? Okay. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I'm just going to at least cut this off. Oh, I do love. Wow, I can't remember what you call that now. So, we put it in. I can't describe the smell. It smells so good. What else do I need to do here? So it wants us to go straight to the tomatoes. So we will do that. And we need to cut them half again. That is so easy. I'm just going to put the tomatoes in this. This is so cozy. Let me know if you guys want to see more cooking videos, because I have done some in the past and I really enjoyed making these. So let me know. And because we are serving for 2 people, taking one more. Don't you guys worry, I will devour all this. But when I was checking out what recipes you can choose, they just have so many interesting ones. And you can choose everything from healthy, vegetarian, fancy dinners. I mean, it's not the last time, but again, if it wasn't so expensive every week, I would do it. So we have the tomatoes. What else do we have? Then we have the salad, obviously. And they do say to cut this off and peel it. I mean, I am someone who normally doesn't really take the outer. Maybe I can use them for something else. Yeah, I'm gonna use them for something else. So I'm gonna take this apart. And I'm gonna wash it, obviously. Oh, I can just feel that this is going to be the most delicious thing ever. Also just because I love avocado, and avocado is a part of this. Alright, so we're going to wash this. Voila. I think we are done with all the chopping magic. So now we actually have to go straight into caramelizing the onions. I do just want to check because I guess I need olive oil. Yes. So when they are soft, I have to put the balsamico thing, a little bit of water and sugar and salt. to it. Okay. I found this little one because I don't think we need much. So let's see. It's a little bit confusing because do you need to put the whole thing in? I wonder if it's too, because they do talk about the servings, so I wonder if the 2 tablespoons are for 2 people and then the 4 tablespoons are for if you are 4. I mean, I guess I'm going to try, right? Maybe it smells good. 1, 2, and then 2 tablespoons of water that I'm just going to go quickly take. Okay, water secured. And then we need sugar. So a half teaspoon. I don't know if that was more than that. Anyway, alright, perfect. And then a little bit of salt, and then yeah. So let's go for that step. 1 tablespoon olive oil. Or oil. We do what they say. Putting some heat on. I am going to put the fan on so it will be very noisy. So if you guys can hear anything, I will just write on the screen. In you go. Okay, so not too much heat, middle heat, until they get soft. Just going to stir this. It's not going in yet. I think they are soft enough. So I'm going to put this in it. It doesn't seem like much, but ooh, okay. Ooh. Oh, the balsamico thing it stings in the eye. So it needs to, I'm gonna put it lower in temperature, and then it's going to just, you know, cook for 3-4 minutes. Okay, actually 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to do that. How exciting! Well, then I have tried to make my own caramelized onions because I haven't tried that before. I think they probably could have been more soft, but maybe, you know, if we just let it be, it will become. I haven't really taken time on it. Caramelized onions are done. Now I think it's time for the cheese. We're going to marinate the cheese. Take the cheese, gonna put it in here. Oh, okay, so this, why can I not find a word for that? That is so random. Garlic, oh my god. The garlic goes down here together with the oregano. Half of it. How much is half? Like this. A little bit of olive oil. Whatever oil. Pepper. No salt apparently, but I guess that makes sense with cheese. Okay, and then we just do a little thing. Stir it around without breaking it all apart, Sandra. Careful, careful. Well, it does work. I am a chef. So much a chef. It is going to be exciting to try both vegetarian food, Indian food. I think one of the things that I have is like Indian inspired, healthy, just everything. Okay, I think this is good. And then it wants us to go straight to the avocado. Magic. I'm gonna switch actually for the onions. Onions can go in here. Then I can wash it and use that. It is starting to get a little bit dark in here, but I think you guys can see. One avocado. It looks magnificent. We like to see it. Ooh. Well, they did choose that well. Easy peasy. Okay, light has come on. So we have to use the mayonnaise. There's two, so I'm a little bit unsure. Are you supposed to use both of them? Is it like half avocado for one person? Well, YOLO. It's like a special mayonnaise. It's not the one that you buy from the grocery store. Because this one is more yellow. How is that? If it's yellow, there's more fat in it, or is it if it's white, there's more fat in it, or is that with butter? All right, okay, a little bit of lemon juice. They don't say much, so ooh, this really smells sweet. I wonder if this is enough. Absolutely love this machine. This was worth all the money from Amazon. Okay, salt and pepper. I do have pepper. Yeah, and I don't know how much salt, but there you go. Oh, and a little bit of olive oil. Did I already do that? I don't think so. Oh my god. I just tasted a little bit of it and it's heavenly. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can still smell the garlic. I mean, normally I do not like when the avocado is stringy, but I don't know if it is avocado season actually. And I think this is good. I think this is actually good. Voila! I think we actually have to do the last step now. Almost last step, which is fry the cheese. Let's go. Once again, a little bit of olive oil and low heat. I just tasted the avocado thing again. It's so effing good. Oh my god. It's so good. I probably did cut my cheese too thin, but again, no one says that we have to do it the exact same way. Okay, come on. Go play. You know what? I don't mind. I am so excited. I do like when it's like crispy. So come on, make it crispy. I also have to heat up the tortillas. I think they are actually ready. Yeah. All right. Cheese is done, so now I just have to heat up the tortillas. 60 seconds in the microwave. Well, that seems easy. So I guess I'm gonna put them on a plate. Do that. So I'm gonna do it with 2 first. Okay, I think we are ready. I am so excited. So I heated up to 2. So let's just decorate the first one. So from what I can see, we are taking one of these. I guess you can do whatever you want, right? We are taking some cheese. We are taking this. Trying to remember everything. Tomatoes. And the avocado magic. Oh dear, this is delicious. And I'm ready to try. And I think that you are supposed to also put a little bit of lemon on top. Are you guys ready? This is such an interesting combination. I love this. The spiciness from the cheese, because I believe it is the cheese. You actually don't taste the garlic that much. I was a little bit afraid of that, but you don't. Very good. The avocado cream is just top. I can't wait for tomorrow. So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Today, this is what we're dealing with. All the magic. I am ready to make the next meal. And this is this is what we're going to do today. Deliciousness. So we are going to start out with preparing, at least cutting the apples. So I will get everything ready. So first of all, let's see what we have in the bag. Before I do anything, we have spinach. We have persil, wow. Bacon. Champignons, I don't know. What do you actually call this in American? We have pasta. They even have their own branding on the pasta. We have cheese. They don't really say what cheese it is. Sneaky. Once again, we have garlic. It still smells like garlic in here from yesterday, so I'm gonna wait 2 garlics with using these until after. We have bouillon. What do you call this? My god. We have, I don't know, if there's something I mess up with wording, I'm gonna write it on screen. And we have 1 apple. I will say that I was a little bit unsure if the apple was going to be cooked or not, because in the picture it does look like it's cooked, but I think that they want me to mix it in with oil and pepper and the spinach. You will see. But this is what we have, and I'm going to just prepare the apple. I think that's, well, the apple and these are the only thing that needs cutting. It's already dark in here, but okay, I'm gonna go wash the apple. I did see that you have to mix the apple and the spinach together, so I think I'm just going to put it in here. It does at least look like one of the really good apples. So you do just have to cut it. Where's my trash bag? Here. The trash bag is back. I think you're cutting it like so. At least that is how it looks. I'm just doing it this way. Oh yeah, it's a good apple. I can smell it. Oh, it's one of the good sweet ones. It's not sour. Well, that's going to be pleasant. Okay. And I know it is going to be put together with spinach, so I think I'm just going to wash that straight away. I'm going to make the apple salad now, because that you're supposed to mix this. By the way, I was a little because some of them does look a little disgusting, so I picked them out. I mean, they do, you know, say that everything is fresh, but so this, the apples and olive oil or any oil. I'm just going to see how much we need. Half tablespoon. Okay, half tablespoon. Well, I guess that's it. A little bit of pepper. And salt. And we mix it. Okay, I think that is done. So I'm just going to put this to the side and start cutting these babies. And I'm just going to put them in here because then they can get washed. So we are cutting these the same way. Let's go wash them. And they are washed. But the next thing is that we need to cut the parsley. I'm going to wash that as well. I washed it in the bag, but let's see if we can get it out. On the picture it doesn't really look like it's like totally fine, so I'm just going to do it a little bit. Like so. I'm trying not to rush today. I don't think I need to actually cut anything else. But one thing that I actually do want to prepare is the sauce. The thing that is going into the spaghetti. So we can do that. For that we need this. Oh wow. This is, what is this? This is so thick. This is really thick. I mean, well, I guess that it's supposed to be what it is, right? I do have a sneaky suspicion that they don't totally tell what it is, so that people can't just go, you know, make it themselves. You know what, I might actually put some light on because it is starting to get dark. Then I can put the big lights on. So we also need 2 egg yolks. Is that what you call that? Yeah. That should thicken it all up. So we'll take that. So we have 2 eggs. So now is the thing, you need to really Okay. 1. We need to put the cheese in it. It does look like Parmesan or something like that, actually. I'm just putting everything in at once. I would, well, now that I'm smelling to it, I'm actually unsure. Oh, and this is where we are putting this in it as well. But how much? 4 grams. Oh, okay, it's the entire bag, apparently. Alright. Well, there you go. This is so interesting. You know what, I'm gonna cut it. Well, what's it called again? Spaghetti carbonara. I have gotten this before. My ex actually always loved to make this for us when I lived in France. It was so delicious. Definitely didn't make it this way. And pepper, it doesn't say salt, but I guess it's because there is salt in the bacon. And, you know, maybe in this. The green thing. Okay. And then you guys see it? This is a sauce for the carbonara, for the baguette. I am so hungry. Well, that's that done. So I think we're actually ready to start doing our magic. We have to cook this spaghetti for 8 to 9 minutes or until they are al dente. And we have to keep a little bit of the pasta water, which I have tried before. It's very, very good. So let's go, you know, do that. We are going to put salt in and oil. I'm already now going to put the pasta in. By the way, if I didn't show, this is what they are called. And then we cook them 8 to 9 minutes or until they are al dente. So we are ready while the pasta is cooking. Getting done. We are putting the smoked bacon, I actually realized it was, on here. And we're going to heat it up for 4 to 5 minutes before we put the champignons and the garlic in. I think that spaghetti is done, so I'm going to take that off. But first, I am going to take a little bit of water. We're going to cook them. Is cook them the right word, actually? Well, let's just use it. Well, cooking them until they are golden. I am going to prepare the garlic. Smells delicious. Where is my garlic presser? I used the garlic presser 2 days in a row. That's the first. I think we are ready to put these in. And the garlic. So we're going to cook it for 5 to 6 minutes. Oh my god, it smells good. Ooh. And I have this ready so that we can put it in some minutes. Alright. Are we ready to put the pasta in? My god, this is actually a lot. And we're putting the magical sauce in it. Every little drop. Plus a little bit of the pasta water. And then it's going to just settle in for some minutes. It's going to settle in and cook. So that the sauce can become thick. I realize that the camera is shaking a little bit when I'm walking around it. Sorry for that. Wow. I just remembered that we put cheese into this, so I'm even more stoked now. It's already getting thick. But wow, this is a lot of food. Do we have food for tomorrow again? Yes, we do. Let's just let it cook a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to share how it looks. Oh, so I'm going to put it onto the plate and then I'm going to show you guys after. Are we ready to test this? First of all, apples. Oh, something flying. Wow, this is actually very delicious. Now. Creamy. It's so delicious and it's such an interesting combination with the apples. Whoa. That's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for a new dish.
Today I am feeling sick, so I'm going to make this. Good morning. It is some days after I filmed anything on this journey of HelloFresh food. I have been sick the past days, as I explained when I made the soup, which was actually delicious. A little spicy, but it was actually very good. Yesterday I felt awful, so I didn't cook anything. So what I was supposed to cook yesterday, I'm going to cook today. So let's jump into it. This is what we're going to make today. Red wine chicken with mashed potato. So we have this salad. Today is a miserable day, so this is perfect. Salad. We have 2 huge potatoes. That's gonna be fun. We have garlic once again. We have the red wine sauce. This is, oh, honey. Okay, well there you go. Well, all the things, thymian. Oh, just 1 garlic clove, not 2. But I am going to make this today with you guys. The chicken is in the fridge, so I'm gonna take that after. But I think it's actually pretty straightforward today because the only thing we have to cut is this and then obviously the chicken. I don't have a mashed potato smasher, whatever you call it, so I have to do it in the old-fashioned way. So we're going to start out with cutting the potatoes into cubes. and it should be with the skin apparently, but I do see some things that I am going to, well maybe, okay, well I did wash them, but I feel like I didn't do a good enough job. Okay, so here we go. I think this is good. So the next thing we're going to do is to cut the chicken, and I have washed it, whatever you call it. So you have to cut 3 out of each piece. So we're going to try to just do that. And I'm just going to put it up here. So we're making the sauce, and we need, I can't remember the names, I'm gonna write it on the screen. But we need this, and we need the honey, and I think it's like half. Now it's for 2 people. Half of this. I don't know how much that is. Maybe this. Half of the honey. Maybe this. Our water is boiling, so I'm going to put this in. Yeah, that's a little bit too much water. Potatoes need to just cook for 11 minutes until that they are falling apart and until we can mash them. Back to creating our sauce. We need a little bit of salt. I don't know what a little bit is. A little bit of pepper. And 1 tablespoon, I don't know what that is, this, of olive oil. I do think this is for the salad. Let me see. So I put the salad in here, so now we have to put the sauce in. And mix it. Let's taste it. It's actually very good. Okay, so that's done. That is very delicious. You know what? It tastes so good that I'm just going to. I'm gonna mix it all. We don't waste stuff here. Yes. At least I can taste something, because yesterday I didn't feel like I could taste anything. I'm happy that I didn't make this yesterday. That would have been a waste, I feel. So good. I'm just going to prepare, because I'm going to take the chicken stock, whatever you call that, with half a deciliter of water and just mix it in, because then that is ready. So I'm just waiting for the potatoes to be done. We have that ready. Yes, still cooking away. Potatoes are ready. So I took the water away, put them back in. Okay, 3 tablespoons of milk. Okay, salt, pepper, butter. Oh, it's actually easy. We are ready to cook, whatever you call it, the chicken. Chicken is cooked. It says we're going to use the same pan, so we are going to do that. 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 garlic, The chicken broth, red wine sauce, half a pack of the sesame. We're going to stir it until it's like thick. Salt and pepper. And then we're going to put the chicken back in. And then it just needs to cook for another 3 minutes. And then it actually should be done. And this is how it looks. I am, as always, going to taste test it with you guys. I didn't bring a knife, I just realized that. Everything was a little bit more chaotic today, but I think it has more to do with me being sick. Okay, the mashed potatoes. Could do with a little bit more salt, but again, I guess it depends on how much of a salt person you are. But this, we know this is good. I'm excited about this. Oh. Wow. Oh, this is good. With the red wine and just a combination with everything. 10 out of 10. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It is a new day. I am still wearing this one. I'm still feeling sick, but we gotta get all this filmed. So today we are making vegetarian pulled bean bowl. It looks delicious. And I'm getting an early start because that we have an electrician who is going to come fix some things. So we're going to be without electricity for a while he's fixing it. So I think now is the time for me to do this. These are the ingredients for today. And this is the magic. So let's just get started. First of all, everything needs to be cut and prepared. So we're going to do that. We are going to cut them. I am going to wash everything. And the onion. So you have to separate the white. I don't know how much of it is white from the green. So the white needs to go with the rest. And I guess this is for topping. Okay, for now I take this. Then we have ginger we're going to use as well. It looks questionable, but okay. I just remember ginger being a little bit more white. Okay. Well, I think it's still good. I mean, I don't really have anything else in this, so I guess it's how it is. I could cut a little bit more away and then just, you know, That's how it is. I mean, it should be fresh, shouldn't it? Well, this is what we have, I guess. Cut it fine, they say. That's actually the first we're going to use. We're going to melt the ginger with a little bit of butter for 1 to 2 minutes, or until it smells good, it says. And then we're going to put 3 deciliters of water, bring that to boil, and then we're going to put the rice in it. Seems easy, so I guess that is what we do. A little bit of butter, and then we are stirring, what do you call that? Cooking the ginger for 1 or 2 minutes. Alright, and then 3 deciliters of water. We're gonna bring that up to a boil. It's actually already boiling. So I'm just going to put it to low heat and then put the rice in. And cook it with a top over, whatever you call that. I'm gonna cook it at low heat. Hey Siri, set timer for 10 minutes. And then for 10 minutes. I forgot to put salt in it, so I put some salt in, and I'm just sometimes taking the lid off and just doing this because I don't want it to get stuck, because I feel that it will. Now I'm going to put all this in a pan with olive oil. The 10 minutes are done for the rice, so we're going to put the rice to the side, and they're just going to be there for another 10 minutes. Siri set the timer for 10 minutes. I will say it is a good idea to take the lid off and just do this, because otherwise I have a feeling it would get stuck. But now we're gonna give it a 10-minute rest so that the rest of the water can evaporate. And we're heating this up at low heat. So it's the carrots, the pepper, the onion, and the, what do you actually call that? I'm gonna write it on the screen. But you probably call it something different in America. But yeah, middle heat. We're cooking. So it needs to cook until it's like soft. And then we can put the rest in, like the garlic, the sauce that is a part of Asian wok sauce. And the vegetarian beans. Let's just put the garlic in now. It's interesting because I feel garlic has just been like the one thing that has been in all the recipes. So I've gotten garlic almost every day. And we put the vegetarian or the pulled bean in. And it smells good. Some salt and pepper. And then we're going to cook it for 3 minutes more before we put the sauce in it. I think you're supposed to put the whole package in, but I'm actually a little bit unsure. So I guess we're just trying. And you're also supposed to put 2 tablespoons of water in it. Well, okay, I guess. We're just trying. I mean, why not just put everything in, right? And then a little bit of water. Oh, it smells delicious. That seems dry. So I'm just going to let it cook through a little bit. And then I actually think it's ready. Okay, let's try. So, the rice is done. Everything is done. I'm gonna try to put something here. I think the ginger probably should have been a little bit more fine cut, but you know. And then we take this. That's a lot. And then we have this sesame mayonnaise. I might actually pronounce it wrong. And I did say something about you have to mix it up with a little bit of water, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go for it. I don't think I ever tried this kind of mayonnaise. It's probably because it's thick, but whatever. Let's see. Well, that is a lot. And then we put this on top. And voila! Before my battery dies, I'm gonna taste this with you guys. Ooh! I have actually been excited about this. Mmm! This is really good. This is what I needed. Oh boy. You really do feel that it's actually like meat. And with the mayo thing. So good. This I could do again. Whoa. This is so good. So we have one more tomorrow to make. And that is the last one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I am ready to make the last one. We need tortillas once again. I haven't even done a sneaky yet. Today the weather is very miserable. Well, I guess less like the past days. But nonetheless, B must be opened. And what do we have? Whatever this is. What are you? Oh, this is the wrong one I'm looking at. Pak Choi. Oh my god, exciting! Haven't tried that before. We have mayonnaise, I think. But a special kind of mayonnaise. We have 1 carrot. We have a normal onion. We have a lime. And one of these again. We used that yesterday. No garlic today. That is the only day we haven't had garlic. So okay, I guess. Oh yes, there's one thing that I forgot. We have the meat. But we're not going to use that now. There is knocking going on because they're fixing something. I wanted to see if I could film the leaves outside because it's so adorable. And it's like blowing around. So once again, I think we are going to chop some things. So let's start out with cutting the onion. Onion, peeling the carrots, gonna just cut the top off, and using this It's always a little bit scary to use these when you get to the end of it. If I use this, genius. I think that's good. So this goes together with the onions. It actually does say here that you had to like do this, but without peeling it. I don't think I could do that. Not with a carrot. I actually think, did I do it? I think I did do a oopsie actually. I don't think this was supposed to be together, but we can fix that. So you're supposed to, which makes sense I guess, cook the onion together with the meat. Well, now it gets a little bit of flavor with this. Okay, well, there you go. We did it right eventually. It doesn't really, when are we going to, or what are we going to do with the, it doesn't really say how you are using this, because I have never used this before. So like, what part of it do you eat? All of it? Like, come on, HelloFresh. Explain to me, who doesn't know this vegetable. That is actually a little bit, hello, because that makes me a little unsure. Well, I guess I will have to do a little Google for that. It's probably as easy as you can eat everything. It does say it's cooked in water, but it doesn't say anything here about cooking it. But I guess like normally you do cook it, but I guess you can eat it uncooked as well. Okay, so you can, the cool thing is that you can eat both the leaves and this. But again, if you don't know, how do you know, right? It's a go-to for fiber as well as for beta carotene, I don't know what that is, and vitamin C, K and A. And it's also a good source for calcium and vitamin B6. See, we learned something. Very important today. So okay, so I guess you can eat it cooked, uncooked, you can eat the leaves, you can eat this. So now I'm going to cook this with this and the meat. Let's do it. So as other times, we are going to use olive oil or just whatever oil you have. So as the beginning, we are taking the onions and a little bit of carrots that you're normally not supposed to do anything with in this step, but there you go. What is it that people say? Nothing is ever a mistake. Everything is always going as it should. Well, then the carrots are supposed to be in here. It does actually say to just straight away mix both things in together. So alright. What do you call that? Minced meat in America? Minced meat. It does probably look a little bit different from America or UK because the meat is being processed differently in Denmark. Because I did see that it does say that it is like obviously Danish made. But I guess it's not that far off when it comes to it. It does look like very good quality because normally it's not that fine when you buy it in the supermarket. I don't know if it's already seasoned because, well, it does say you should put salt and pepper. But then again, you also put the sauce thing. Ooh. Okay, salt, pepper. We're just going to cook it through. And I have middle heat on, so it's not just burning it. So we are ready for the Asian wok sauce. Ooh! I think it's the same as yesterday, actually. Ooh. Oh, it smells good. I just had like the smell of ginger, even through that I didn't put ginger in it, so maybe it's a part of the sauce. It wouldn't surprise me, right? I think this is actually good. I'm just going to quickly cut this. Well, first of all, I'm probably going to wash it. I washed it as good as I could. So, I'm just going to put it like this. One thing I didn't do yet, we also, well, oh, that's the one thing I actually do have to do. Let's just do that. I'm not going to use the big presser thingy because that I don't need much. We take the mayo, but it's like a special mayo. I don't even want to try to pronounce it. It is on the top. Well, okay. The carrots are just everywhere. Maybe we can put a little bit more. Then I am going to heat up one because I don't think I can eat more right now. And then you will get it ready. So I think you're supposed to take the meat in the middle. A little bit of carrot on one side. And the, what was the name of this again? Choi on this side. And then mayo. Whatever mayo this is. And voila! I put my hair up real messy. This is one of the very fast dishes, I will say. I have one hand because I'm filming with the other. So, bon appetit! Refreshing! It's really good. And very easy. I think it's also something you can enjoy even if the tortillas or the meat is actually cold. It's the perfect tapas food. And that is actually it. We're done. We tried 1 week of HelloFresh. Obviously it was a little bit more stressful because I had to film everything and because I've been sick. But I have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed, let me correct that, I have really enjoyed to try new stuff that I might not really have tried in 1 week. If I would have needed to go out there and get all the ingredients, especially with the sauce and the mayo, special mayo. So all in all, I think for the price, it's probably good. I know I've been complaining about the price, but it's not bad. And as I said, if I have said that, I have ordered more actually. Like next week, there are 3 dishes coming, and then I have paused 1 week because you can do that, which is actually pretty good. And then the next week after, I have ordered 4 dishes, which I'm actually very excited about. So you can choose what you want. They do pre-choose for you, but if there's something you don't want, you just choose something else. I could see that one of the dishes that, like the carbonara thing, they chose that as well. They chose that for me one of the upcoming weeks, and I was like, I don't want to try that again. I want to try something new because there's so much. But I love this so much, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know. Let me know which one was your favorite. If you have tried it, let me know if there's something I should try. But I can't wait to get this video out for you guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I will enjoy the last